Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So it's been a while since I've done some MCU news, but there have been some things coming out in regards to Deadpool and Spider-Man 4 and Secret Wars and the multiverse saga in general, right? So I thought it'd be good just to talk about it. And now the first thing that I want to mention is that Marvel Studios has fired Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror. It's funny because I was talking to my little cousin over the phone that's has just been recently getting into the MCU, and I mentioned this whole thing to him, and we were like, and I was like, you either, because for me, the choices that I would do if I was Marvel Studios, I would go like, okay, we can either switch to a new villains to something like Doctor Doom, or something like that, or we can recast and still go with the Kang storyline. And it's like, recast is the easiest option. Then you don't need to switch the then you don't need to switch the villain, because otherwise you have a villain that comes out of nowhere and you're like, how does he connect to this villain type thing? So at least if you still want to use Kang, recast, get another black actor, because then, or get someone that looks similar to Jonathan Majors, and do that, right? So that might be the easiest option to do, so then you can continue on with your storyline that you want to continue on with in like Avengers 5 and Secret Wars and stuff like that. And then that might be the easiest option than going like, yeah, we need some sort of new plan, so let's just pull out Doctor Doom last minute. Because I think because if you're having the multiverse saga Kang, I have a feeling that what they should have done is do the whole, kind of like what they did with Thanos, right? Where it's like they have their own standalone movies, because people are like, oh, Phase 4 doesn't fit into each other. It's like, well, Phase 1, 2, and 3 didn't really fit into each other either until the post-credit scenes. Where it's like, first time you see Thanos, Avengers post-credit scene. What's the next time you see Thanos? Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's doing nothing. He's just sitting in a chair. And the only thing that ties them together is Thanos. And the only thing that they were building up in Phase 1 was the Avengers, not like, oh, let's go get... Iron Man wasn't going like, oh, I need to go get Hulk. And you're seeing Iron Man search for Hulk the entire Incredible Hulk movie, which, to be honest, probably would even be more better than what we end up getting. But it's like a lot of those movies did not tie into each other at all until Avengers, and which is like a lot of the Shield stuff in Winter Soldier. As much as I love that movie, it's one of my favorite movies of all time, and also my third favorite MCU movie. That doesn't really tie into anything really, except for obviously Avengers, because you have Black Widow in the mix, and also the first Captain America, because they don't deal with the whole forward shield rise of Hydra in next time we see Cap in Age of Ultron. I think that there's a plan that Marvel Studios has that is very much like going to use Kang to more of an extent than they did with Thanos. And I think that's one of the things where it's like, you know what they're going to do, right? So So the next thing that I want to mention is that Marvel wants Tobey Maguire and Hugh Jackman to be the two leads in Avengers Secret Wars. Now, to me, that's great news, because those are my two favourite superheroes of all time. Hugh Jackman's Wolverine and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. They are literally what made comic book movies like popular today, and also what got us to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Right? Those Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies are the thing that really no one had complained about. People had issues with the X-Men movies at the time of like not wearing the yellow and multicolour spandex and stuff like that, and the blue and that sort of stuff. But it's nothing. It was nothing about the characterizations. It was more about what they looked like, right, in the black suits and everything. But I think that now you're having Hugh Jackman's Wolverine return in what people used to complain about the X-Men movies, but now they're in the MCU with the yellow and blue costume, and Tobey Maguire in that classic Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man costume, being the two leads of Avengers Secret Wars. That is just going to be great, because it's like we get more Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and also we get more Hugh Jackman Wolverine. And like, I love those two castings. I think that those two castings are great. Obviously, I love Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man, but Tobey Maguire is the one that obviously got me into Spider-Man, and the reason why I love superhero movies so much. Like look at my YouTube banner. The two superheroes that I grew up watching was both Spider-Man and Batman, and both of those are, well, except for Adam West, but is Michael Keaton's Batman and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. They both on my YouTube banner next to me, standing as Captain America. So, like, I'm down to see more Tobey Maguire and Hugh Jackman as Wolverine in Avengers Secret Wars. Like, I think that will be the pinnacle of the MCU, because like that would be so cool to see. So I would love to see that. And speaking of Spider-Man, now there have been rumors going around that Antman and Daredevil are going to be in Spider-Man 4. Daredevil with a very prominent role, and Antman with a very limited role. I mean, not limited, but more like a cameo kind of role. Just to kind of mention the whole thing of, like, I think, will not be surprised if Spider-Man 4 takes place, like, after Quantumania, and if he's not showing up in the actual suit, I feel like that Scott Lang would see Spider-Man and go like, oh, Spider-Man, Kane's coming, prepare yourself. And then that's kind of all we see of Paul Rudd. I think that would be awesome, because then you would have the whole lead up to Kane Dynasty and all that. So it's like, because we don't know what's happening with Kane, but we do know that that's happening. So I would be excited to see Scott Lang, and obviously I'm always excited to see Charlie Cox as Daredevil. Obviously we got him in She-Hulk. We got him in No Way Home as that little cameo role. We're getting his Disney Plus series, his 18-episode Netflix series, which is bonkers to me. And I'm excited to see the more grounded level Spider-Man story, even though that the next movie you're going to be building up to the next Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, right? So I think that will be interesting to do that. I don't think it will be the the Ant-Man thing will be the oh my god type thing that we expect. Like, even if it's just the whole thing of kind of like what we got at the end of the Marvels, where it was like, where Miss Marvel goes up to Kate Bishop and was like, I'm putting together a team. I want you part of the Young Avengers. Even if we do that with Ant-Man and Spider-Man, that would be so cool. And then we can have all these multiple heroes like defeating Kang in Kang Dynasty, and then eventually build up to Secret Wars. Now, the last thing I need to mention is Deadpool 3. You guys know Deadpool. I'm going to do a video on my most anticipated movies of next year, and Deadpool 3 is going to be on that list. Now, there have been set photos going around all the time. There have been like fan-made ones that Deadpool's going to be bring back Henry Cavill's Superman, and also like there's also ones of Deadpool with money bags and Mickey Mouse in the background. But one that I do want to mention that I know is real is Hugh Jackman's Wolverine in the yellow and blue costume going up against Sabretooth, Tyler Mane's Sabretooth from the first X-Men. And that, which there was another one going around that I can't find, but it's Toad, the original Ray Parker Toad in the like a Fantastic Four kind of car or jet or something. I think that all but confirms that you're going to get the original Fantastic Four, Daredevil, Elektra, the original X-Men cast. That alone confirms that Deadpool 3 is going to be a 20th Century Fox, like, not death battle, but, like, it's going to be a free-for-all on 20th Century Fox and saying goodbye to that universe. Because that's what started the Marvel movies in general, right? Other than Blade, but X-Men mainly, because X-Men was well known in Blade. But no, I think that Deadpool 3 is going to be so cool, and I think that is going to be the whole thing that sets up Secret Wars with Battleworld and ties Loki in with the what we call the incursion or whatever, where you have all these different bits of different universes made to be one world. I think they're going to be the things that make the universe feel, well, especially everything from, like, Loki, the X-Men, Fantastic Four, and that sort of stuff, and also also the Marvels, because I think that you'll get Monica Rambeau in Deadpool 3 because she's stuck at the X-Men universe with Kelsey Grammer's Beast. So I think that will start and tie into the whole thing of, like, Doctor Strange and the MCU as a whole, right? So I think Deadpool 3 will be the movie that starts to tie everything together. And I think it will save the MCU as the current state of it is at the moment. Because even though I love the Marvel movies as they've been coming out at the moment, and none of them have necessarily been at the bottom of my MCU list, I think that this one will more likely to be at the top because I'm a big Deadpool fan. So I will do a announcement video of talking about what videos I'm going to be doing next year, whether if it's reviews or rankings or that sort of stuff. I will do an update video. The next thing I need to record is, of course, my top 15 best movies of this year and my most anticipated for next year. So look out for those. So guys, please hit the like button down below if you haven't already. Subscribe. Also hit the little bell icon to get notified of future videos I make. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.
Hey there. Subscribe to my channel. And also press this bell icon.